Hello guys, NautoAce here. I want to give some thoughts on Neptunia news. Yes, if you know, one of my all-time favorite franchise is the Neptunia series. The characters are just fun. It's just like you can't take the game seriously, but it's really fun. Anime fun, comedy, breaking fourth walls and stuff. So anyway, why am I talking about Neptunia once again? Because there are two games that was announced that's gonna come in 2018, but in Japan. So you gotta keep in mind about the company the Neptunia is from. Ideal Factory and Compile Heart. Unlike Square Enix, Capcom, Sega to some extent I guess, or the big ones, they're not that big. So they can't really do worldwide release. Of course, they implemented dub. If they ever do, they gotta take their time. I'm cool with that. I used to want it worldwide, but long run, I said, nope, you know what, screw that. Screw worldwide. Take your time, make it good, put a lot of dialogue, but that's a different story. So there's no difference here. So of course, for people who don't know like what's going on, because, well, you're not into it, but you're just interested in what I'm talking about. First is, of course, they did announce this a long time ago, like in early 2018, was Hyper Dimension Neptunia Rebirth 1 Plus. So basically it's a PS4 version of Neptune, Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth. That is a remake. It's from the Vita, PlayStation Vita, but it's a remake of the original Hyperdimension Neptunia for the PS3. Way different because of the gameplay. The story is still the same, a little bit of changes, but the gameplay way different from what they did. They made it less complicated. It's more of from a chain strategic RPG that you gotta build like a good chain, to a area type RPG, which basically you have to you gotta move the area, you have to find the right place, and then just attack. So that's basically it. I mean, the original one was very, very, very kind of convoluted. Managed to finish it with normal and good ending. Oh, I mean, what I meant was good or normal and true ending. Depends which game you do. So anyway, that's what Rebirth is. It's a remake, retold story of the very first Neptune game. So now it's going to be the PS4. So if you play this game, you're a fan like myself. Any news? Would I buy this? Well, maybe. But did they add something new on the PS4 version as on the Vita? Well, unfortunately, from what I heard, not so much. I don't know about the DLC character. They didn't even mention it. It's in Japanese. But they did say something. One, there is sort of a new scenario in the game, like a really new one. I don't know what that means. Two, more, and a lot of the Neptune game known for illustration in the game. Hey, come on, gotta inspire you to play more because, fan servicey illustration. Okay, yeah, that's what basically Neptunia, some aspect, but there are more gallery illustration they're putting in. But then there is also a rumor, I know I could be wrong, that there's going to be prelude to another game that I'm going to be talking about it, and that is that it will have a sort of a connection or a preview or an introduction to Ideal Factory Compile latest new game. Yes, this is a new game, but it's not a continuation of the main series. There'll be a different story there. Maybe not, I'm not really sure. But it has an introduction or some sort of connection to a new game that they're doing, and that is Brave Neptunia. That's what I'm going to call it. There is a better title that they mentioned, the official title, but I have no idea what it is, so I'm just going to call it quote-unquote Brave Neptunia. Alright, so that is the new game. So again, Rebirth Plus One, it's going to come out in Japan. I'm going to say in Japan. In May, I think by end of May, and then if you're ever going to bring that in America or in the US or outside of Japan, I'm just going to assume probably late 2018, November, December, but I I could be guessing 2019. That early 2019 kind of makes more sense. You don't want to compete with the other big games, Red Dead Redemption 2, Smash Brothers, Pokemon, etc., etc. But we'll just have to wait and see. Because right now it's coming this actually May. Is in America is Neptunia V2R, which is an improved version of V2. I still have to finish that, but different story there. So now moving on to Brave Neptunia. It's a new game. It's a 2D, 3D style game. Basically, if you played any Vanillaware game, that's what it is. It is cartoonish illustration, but you can understand. Kind of reminds me of Child of Light because it's the JRPG 2D side scrolling in a style of Metroidvania. So that's basically what this one is. So it's kind of seeing there, it is sort of an action type game. So it's a spin-off. If you know the main series, the more RPG-ish, JRPG-ish. So the premise of the game basically that they got sucked into a book. The four goddesses, Neptune, Noir, Blanche, and Vert. Once again, they got sucked in the book. They lost their memory, amnesia, so they have to team up once again from scratch. Whatever. They swore. I don't know which version they're gonna use. It's not a book. They have some new characters. I have no idea what their names are. There's one. I saw the illustration. She looks like what's her name? True R4 or Good R4. I should say that. And if you don't know what that is, spoiler. If you have the true ending in Rebirth 1. That's what she looks like, and that's probably the reason why there's a connection between Rebirth 1 Plus and Brave Neptunia. So that's all they know about it. That's all I know about it. Graphics is already awesome to what it looks like. Again, it's a spin-off. How much this game be? I have no idea. Is it only a downloadable game that's going to be probably $20 to $30, or is it an actual $60 game? Again, they're not saying much about it. But the interesting part about this game is that it's being developed in Canada. Yes, they hired somebody in Canada, but however, you might say, "Oh my God, this is not good," because you might not recognize the company's name. However, from what I heard from other people, is the people who are behind this, the developer, are former Ubisoft and other big companies. So, right there, you're probably gonna say, "Oh, Ubisoft, former Ubisoft employee, then maybe Child of Light." That game is an American game, but it feels like playing like some sort of a Japanese style game. Again, remember we're in 2018, so integration is a key thing. So, however, looks interesting, looks awesome. I'm hyped. We'll have to wait and see, but it looks good. I like the illustration. I always like the anime illustration, and it's something finally new. Again, I don't know if it's a main game. I know it's not a main game, but again, if you're a Neptunia fan, you're probably gonna have fun. That's always been what Neptunia is. And in Japan, this game is going to release, I could be mistaken because of the translation, either September 7 or 27. So I don't know, but it's going to come fall again in Japan. So if they ever consider releasing in America, if you do at least a 6 months rule, maybe April, but I probably doubt it's probably going to be May in America. And again, like I said, they're not that big, they can't do worldwide. They're not Capcom, they're not Square Enix, they're not Nintendo. Well, yeah, Nintendo now. You gotta keep in mind, worldwide, not everyone cannot do it. Not even Namco Bandai cannot do it with Namco Bandai, believe it or not. Unless it's Ni no Kuni Kun 2, because that was popular. But that's a different story. So yeah, that's my thoughts about the two Neptunia games that's announced in Japan that's gonna come this year. And again, my guess, outside of Japan, next year. So with that, thanks for listening.